Hello and welcome to another Raggy's pub review. Well, actually today it's going to be a beer festival review. So yesterday I was invited on Thursday, couldn't get because of work, but went to the Hucknall Beer Festival yesterday, and in some ways it was probably better that I went when I did, because I was there for when the winner was announced. So there were around about 90 casks of real ale. There are many ciders from local and further afield. There's an eatery out the back in the car park. There's cobs and whatnot inside. There's a licensed bar for people who want to drink spirits and lagers and other things, cup of coffees even. There's music on in there if you go at the certain time and the music's on. It's a free to enter craft beer festival. You can bring your own glass. Otherwise you pay for a glass, which is £5 for the glass. But they'd actually discount you £4 back if you hand the glass in. That's amazing. You know, you'd think after it's been used they'd say, right, £2 at the most, you know, but yeah, I was surprised at that. £4's very generous. Great range of beers. It's the host of the Spike Golding Trophy, which this year saw a lot of new entries from breweries who've never entered before, so that was great to see. Yeah, and the winner was Blue Monkey with their Chocomocha Stout, which actually delivered an excellent stout. That review's already out there on the internet. Two mats were highly recommended. Milestone was highly recommended, and Lenton Lane. And it's the public who choose, not a bunch of people with agendas or anything. The public, for me, absolutely the best way. Unless somebody cheated and got 300 people to vote. You never know, do you? But obviously if that got out, it would ruin things anyway. Anyway, no one did. But we got there yesterday. And again, the place is lovely and warm. We're in February. It's lovely. You're inside. It's lovely and warm, clean. You know, it is like a church centre, community centre for Hucknall. And for me, they do a fantastic job. As I've said last year and the year before, for me, one of the very best beer festivals you'll go to. A great range of beers. Some amazing beers from local breweries. A couple of breweries missing off that list that I'd have liked to have seen. If ever they want any hints for local breweries, I would be glad to give some brewery names should they want. I know Nottingham Camera and especially Andrew, I think it's Andrew Ludlow, you know, he's the man, the main driving force who helps and probably picks the beers. I think him and the person behind Talk Hard Cider, I can't remember his name for the life. And obviously they pick the beers for whatever they want. But me personally, there's breweries that could have, you know, and I did notice that locals are selling faster than further afield beers. And certainly stronger beers were selling quick as well. You know, I would have probably had 2 or 3 more stronger beers in the Imperial category to get you through to Saturday, because they got walloped quite quickly. And but again, you know, it's tough with beer festivals, because the last thing you want is beer left over and having to get rid of it these days. You know, that's sacrilege. And now they're open on Sundays for people to mop up the beers. It seemed to be really busy for me when I was there on Saturday. Good turnout from the people of Hucknall and further afield. And obviously playing nearby, you've also got Station Hotel, Byron's Rest, Hideout at Hucknall Beer Shack. Byron's Rest is literally across the car park, so and they do good range of beer in there as well. So it's for me an amazing event. You know, it's absolutely a must visit event. The lady who's the manager of the centre is also the landlady of the Robin Hood and Little John, a Lincoln Green Brewing pub over in Arnold. Kim is her name, and she's done a fantastic job. You know, throughout the whole lot, I think every single person involved has done a fantastic job in putting on a great beer festival. Gosh, if only we had something like that where I live. You know, we have a little beer festival, nothing on that scale. You know, something you can walk to. Yeah, there is one, I suppose, but nearby. But yeah, a great beer festival. Well worth going. Pricing's right. Great food. Great people. Everyone's talking about beer. It's you feel like you're amongst friends and family. You just can't fault that. So yeah, is it still one of the best in the country? Absolutely. Would I look towards some more local breweries? Yep, definitely. Yeah, and probably some more stronger beers. However, the rest of it, you can't fault it. Yeah, it's like the Mary Poppins of the beer festival world for me. There's always things that could be done slightly different. I mean, and I'm also glad that there's no collaboration beers this year. Collaborations from breweries collaborating with anybody else really. Technically, the one this year that was Lenton Lane, Adventure Beer, technically that's a beer shop that's in Nottingham that supports the community massively. So technically that's okay for me. But from outside, further afield, could you imagine somebody? There was a brewery the other year that had a Yorkshire brewery. There was one last year that had a Norwich area brewery, and it's like it's got to be Nottingham and Nottingham only for me, Nottinghamshire only. And it was surprising that some breweries from Nottingham didn't enter this year. Quite surprising. And yet I've tasted beers from breweries that weren't there, and some of their beers would have been very close to winners. So yeah, interesting. Let's hope next year they do, and let's really get all the Nottinghamshire breweries, even the ones that are more quiet, that you don't see very often, to chuck there, because it's cask anyway. And for me, it's a good. If they win, it's a boost for your brewery. For me anyway, I think it is. But a fantastic event, and that's me done. Cheers all.